This class focuses on new information and communication technologies, everything from satellite imaging and artificial intelligence to facial recognition technologies, everyday mundane technologies like our smartphones and social media.
A running tally from our partners at Bellingcat has tracked over 100 cases of police abuse against journalists in the U.S. over the past few days. We're looking at video feeds, satellite imagery, and social media to break down the details of how police have been targeting the press.
We want to bring the voices of those who develop technology and the voices of those who use the technology. We want them to be in conversation with each other.
For a certificate program like this one, now is an excellent time to not only reach out to those already doing work on the ground in these spaces, but there are more and more students that would like to have added certification and tools to then go out into the world and fight inequality and threats to social justice in their own way.
There are programs that develop technologies that will be in the service of human rights. There are programs that train human rights defenders. What we're doing is that we are offering this program entirely online.
So how are open source investigations of human rights abuses different from the methods historically used by human rights investigators?
Let me see if I can get this to work. So essentially what we needed to do was not just build an archive of video that might have relevance to the shooting, but also to put that video in the context of time and space. You can see that we're building a three-dimensional space that we're going to eventually overlay video to give you a sense of what's going on.
One of our goals is definitely to make human rights defenders more literate about the technologies and how they work. We want them to be exposed to practitioners who are leading the way with the folks that are developing technologies. Now, on the other hand, with the folks that are developing technology, we want those students to learn about and be conversant in the issues that human rights defenders face in the work that they do.
This certificate will ideally create a human rights style of thinking that can cut across all kinds of contexts.
We're at a really critical point in history where these two communities are converging together in ways that are incredibly powerful. Now people are seeing what has been going on in Black and brown communities forever.
And even with the COVID pandemic, the disparities in healthcare, those situations would never have come to light without the technology. So I do want to focus my educational leadership on human rights injustices and not only for Black lives, but for all marginalized people